Hey guys, this is Toxic Gamer. I saw my Talon guide did good, so I'm gonna do an Ekko guide for you guys, where I talk about his combos, who counters him, what his build will look like, and all of that. So we put his Ziggs up against us. Alright. So you take these runes. Maybe not this. Okay, so we're gonna take that. Okay. Those are our runes, our masteries, or no, those are masteries. I can't speak of that. And then I would just take AP runes and ignite, because you're more than likely going to be playing this guy in the mid lane. If you think you're good enough and you've had experience with him, play in jungle maybe, or else you can play him in the top lane. Alright, so right now I'm just going to give a brief overview of his abilities when we load in. And we're going to attach some gameplay to the end of this. And we're just going to have this, and we're just going to have the gameplay stand alone. And yeah. So for the first, well, until we get to the second turret, we're going to be playing him in a bot game. So first you get this Melicon. I don't know how to say that. Sorry if I said it wrong. Then Sorcerer's Shoes. That's 2. Then we would go Loon's Ekko, Lichbane. I feel like Leandri's Torment. Then we would go Rabadon's. So I'm going to explain his abilities and how you use him before, but if you want to see some gameplay of it, I will attach gameplay to this video. So its Q is going to be a poke. Especially at level 1, you're going to want to be poking him out with your Q and all that, you know, the good stuff. I would get your E first, and I would try to don't overextend in case they can do something bad to you. But whenever they overextend or whenever they're really pushed out, you're just going to Q them, and hopefully both stacks will get off with your Q because it hits them twice, and with your passive, which talks about third attack or damage and spell, deals more damage, you could just E them and deal tons of damage. And then I would get your W, in which you can support your E by slowing them after using your Q, so it would go QWE, and then whenever you're getting ganked, let's say, you can just use your W and you can like really like not let them gank you. You can be gank proof if you play this right. And if they're really dumb, you can be gank proof. I forgot to mention that too. If they're dumb, not if they're smart. If they're smart, they're just gonna avoid you. But you can become gank proof easy enough. And I wouldn't use your Q to farm like some people might tell you. And don't use your E when you're pushed up. That's just gonna lead to bad things like I practice this. You are more likely to die if you use your E when you're pushed up. Just because then you would more than likely just be diving them, and yeah, all of that crazy stuff. So you get to slow this guy, then do that, and he is dead. Easy enough, as you probably just noticed, like that's the easy way to do it. So especially early game, this guy is good because he does lots of damage early game, and you can really get good stuff on them. So his only downside, I would say, is that you can't really kill him while you're pushed up, so you're gonna have to let them push up. And until like they start grouping and everything, I would max your E. If you can get it to level 9 and just max it first, good. But once you start like having problems, I would just max your Q. But and then yeah, if they've obviously played Ekko or know what he does, then they're not gonna stand in that like this is Xbot did. But this part's just a demonstration in the explanations on how to play him. So that's not too bad. Because obviously, like, people know how to kite, especially, like, bots don't know how to kite. Because if they knew how to kite, who knows where we would be in this game. See, I did a quarter of his health just by going up to him at E. So actually, scratch what I said a minute ago. You're gonna put 1 point on your E, then 1 point on your Q, and then you're just gonna max your E, then your Q, then your W. Because I don't really feel like your W is necessary until you would max it anyways. Like, it's not like a complete necessity until the late game whenever you're in team fights and all of that. So, obviously, you want to just focus on getting fed early game. Oh yeah, and your ult, there isn't really an explanation on how you use your ult. Just, it's a redo button. That's all I'm gonna say about this guy's ult. It's a redo button. In other words, if you screw up, if you take too much damage, use it. And just don't use it at a random time, like if you're not going to take lethal damage before using it, because that's just stupid. Like if you can beat him, don't use it. But if you're scared, then don't use it. Use it only whenever if he would like hit you once or twice, or whenever you have something that will make you take lethal damage. Don't use it at the wrong times, or else it's going to screw you up and you're just not going to be a good Ekko player, because Ekko relies on just getting out with this ult, like disengaging if you need to, just ult. Other than that, you can kill him. Don't fear, just disengage. Correct. Alright. So, sorry about that. Okay, now we could probably buy... So I would buy the boots first and then start building the Morel and Malocon. If you're like me and just go back at level 7, then that would be how it would be. But, I don't know. So, ward, because you can counter them if you ward. If you don't ward, you can't counter them. You will get ganked and you won't live and survive. Alright. So, I just like I'm just gonna scratch what I said earlier once more. You guys are probably getting really mad that I'm like scratching what I'm saying. Alright. I ulted so I wouldn't like die from that turret. I don't know if that was the best ult. If you want to see like how this would go in a real game against a real person, PvP, then stay tuned for part 2 of the video, which will just be all about playing against them and seeing what they do. So, obviously, if you get fed, you don't need to max your E first. If you just worry about getting fed with your E, and once you get fed enough, quit trying to max your E first and max your Q. I know I've said that like 10 different ways so far. And I'm just going to say that last way is the correct way that I would play him. Just if you get fed, do it. If you don't, okay. So obviously this dude's stupid. Because he's a bot, obviously, so. At this turret, this is when the video, well, when we win the game, if we win before the 15-minute mark, that's when this will stop. Also, if you overextend and you see an enemy behind you, you can E them to escape. That's another way to use your E, is just to escape, but that's only if like you're in trouble and you really need to use it like that. Don't just use it to escape. But also remember, you have an ult that will make you escape as well. So you don't need to use your E. And I mean, oh, I meant for escaping, but if there's nothing there, ult. If there's something there, you can just E back and just hit the thing behind you, and you can't go to anything that's friendly. Friendly by like they're on your team, like the blue minions that I have on my screen. You can't do that. It's not how it goes. Played is not how it works. I'm probably about to die here. Sorry, my friend was like calling me on Skype. So yeah, this is just like Ekko and how you play him. This is the most useful part of the video, because after this, it just gets less and less useful. After the first part of this. So I would just get what I have and then go Loon's Ekko, because I feel like this guy can just get the movement speed and just dominate. So I'm gonna go Loon's Ekko, get the movement speed, then Lich Bane, Leandries, and then Lich Bane, Leandries, Robodons. So I can buy an Aether Wisp now, but I couldn't when I was back at my base, so. Think of your E as basically a 1.5 crit damage auto. Especially the early game. Just don't think about it as just something that deals extra damage. Think about it as like an auto that crits and teleports you. Once you get more AP, it will obviously be more of a crit effect, more closer than in the beginning of the game. So we can E in the teleport to the turret like that. Get the turret. Alright. See, and if you get fed, this is what it would be like if you got fed. You could go up to them, EQ dead, easy. Alright. I want to get some messages off my screen. Then your E will also make you deal more damage to towers. So use it whenever you're tower farming. But as you can see, it does like half his health right now. He's gonna keep calling me until I pick up I'll pick up after I do this part. Ziggs is alive, but I don't need to worry about that guy now. I'm just too fed for him. Hey, buddy. Die. Alright. I can, like, get this turret whenever the minions come up and start attacking it, so that's bad. We got a Mega Minion now, so... Not like the Clash Royale one, I promise you. The Mega Minion in Clash Royale is the worst card in the game. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. Do not use the Mega Minion. If you do, I will murder you. The Mega Minion is bad, he's cancer, I don't like him. Alright, we're gonna end this like right after the 15-minute mark and just dominate. Alright. So yeah, this was just talking about how to play Ekko in general. I'm gonna have a video on this. And like I said, he's good early game. Especially early game, I should say, not just early game. He can be good late too if you really wanted to. Alright. So, yeah. This is about how to play Ekko. If you like, definitely like it, subscribe if you're gonna only watch to here. And if you're gonna watch the gameplay, watch it after. Goodbye.